Hello everyone. Welcome to back my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button. Liz watches as Lucky approaches Aiden outside Lulu's hospital room. She brings them to a meeting room for a private reunion. Alone, Lucky apologizes for not responding to Aiden's communications, but assures him it wasn't because he doesn't care. Aiden had so much to tell him, but he didn't want to say it in a video call or email. "Dad," he hesitantly says, "I'm gay." When she comes to his office, Robert tells Diane that Holly's in town. He assures her she is his present and Holly is his past. He's sorry about the kiss with Holly last time and promises that won't happen again. Diane appreciates the transparency and assures him she has no doubts, as long as her lips are the only ones his are on. They kiss. As Holly talks on the phone about diamonds, someone knocks on her hotel room door. She stashes a diamond and opens the door to Brennan, who comes bearing champagne. He introduces himself as Port Charles WSB station chief. She doubly hides the diamond as Brennan pops the cork and asks about Sidwell's operation. Holly says she can't help because Sidwell never talked about business with her. They briefly discuss Robert before Felicia stops by to find out what Holly's been up to. That's exactly what Brennan wants to know. Tracy comes to the Quartermain kitchen, where Violet writes her weekly letter to her father. The little girl tells Tracy about punching the boy who called Finn a drunk. A sympathetic Tracy tells her that reacting violently is unacceptable. She advises Violet not to react at all the next time he taunts her, because that's exactly what the boy wants. Instead, she teaches Violet how to dismissively say, "I don't have time for you," in French. She then steps out to sternly call her lawyer. Gio comes to the kitchen and commiserates with Violet over not being with their parents. An emotional Lois eavesdrops from around the corner. Tracy finds her and assures her she's handled the issue with Violet. Chase and Brooke Lynn meet with Violet's principal in his office. He knows Violet is having a rough patch, but he's confident they'll see her through it. They agree therapy is a good idea and to stay in communication. As the principal sees them out, he opens his door to Diane. She threatens to take legal action should Violet's one indiscretion be held against her. Knowing Tracy sent her, Chase and Brooke Lynn take Diane aside to tell her they've handled it. A sentimental Lucas comes to Bobby's, quickly followed by Willow and Wiley. Lucas and Willow exchange pleasantries before Wiley excitedly meets his great-uncle Lucas. As they arrive, Maxie happily welcomes Lucas home, and Michael gives him an awkward hug. After more stilted pleasantries, Lucas makes excuses and leaves. Maxie follows him out. As Wiley wears headphones at a table, Michael and Willow discuss Lucas. Michael knows he made it easy for them with Wiley when he didn't have to. Willow says the same thing about Michael. She's a mom, and she owes it all to him. They get Wiley's attention and tell him how he once lived with Uncle Lucas, who took care of him. Unfazed, Wiley runs off, ready for their day on a boat. Maxie finds Lucas at Bobby's grave. He gushes about Wiley, thrilled with how happy he seems. It was hard for him, but he knew Michael would give him a wonderful life. Now, he'll just rock the uncle role. When he asks about her, Maxie says she's back with Spinelli, assuring him she's very happy. That's all he's ever wanted for her. She reciprocates the sentiment and asks about his personal life. He begs her not to try and set him up or push him toward a relationship. She sort of but not really agrees. In Holly's hotel room, Brennan tells her to contact him with anything she might remember and leaves. As the women catch up, Holly tells Felicia she fears seeing Robert again after last time. Also, Mac's disapproval is keeping her from reaching out. Felicia urges her to find a way forward with Robert. She'll handle Mac. At the hospital, Lucky takes a minute to process Aiden's declaration. Finally, he says, "I'm your father, and I love you without exception." He's sorry if Aiden's ever questioned that, but assures him nothing will change the way he feels about him. Tears well in both their eyes as they embrace. Later, as Aiden tells his father about his baking business, Lucky is reminded of Luke, who would think that's pretty cool. After more reassurances from the principal about Violet, Brooke Lynn and Chase return home. They tell Violet the principal believes in her, but she has to apologize to the boy at school, and she's suspended for the rest of the week. Brooklyn also snarks at her granny for sending in Diane. Holly nervously comes to Robert's office. "It's about time you showed up," he says. "You've been waiting for me?" she asks. "All my life," he responds. As Liz worries to Terry at the hospital about Aiden and Lucky, she gets a call about Lucky's test results. She comes to the meeting room as Aiden marvels over all the places Lucky's been. Aiden gets up to meet a friend, and Lucky promises he won't leave Port Charles without seeing him first. Once the teen is gone, Elizabeth tells Lucky he's not a viable match for Lulu. Next in General Hospital, Lucky explodes at diners in Bobby's, and Dante angrily tells Rocco, "It's not happening. I won't let..."